Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. CC here, Chris.
The very notion of a good time of day. What a joke. I mean, come on, Chris. We both know neither of us want to be here doing this dance. You being a big, dumb flat earther, me being a big, dumb person who actually bothers to learn the science. But it has to be done because you just won't stop being wrong all the time. Although, let's be fair, if you did, life just wouldn't be the same. And of course, there's always infinite stupids online to take his place. So, better the dumbass you know, I guess. What don't you know shit about today?
From New York, Westchester County. It's a 3-7.
Look, I know that's just him misspeaking, but there's a small part in all of us that thinks that he just forgets how to numbers sometimes. And that small part is known as the entirety of your brain all the fucking time, because come on.
24. Are you still asleep?
Did he just ask if I can still see? I mean, of course I can. I can see as far and as wide as any of you people when you're wearing helmets. I mean, look, it's basically a full field of view right here. And me constantly tripping over the most obvious of things in the world is a completely unrelated problem. Probably to do with copious amounts of whiskey. Although, to be fair, the helmet probably doesn't help.
Huh? Are you still asleep?
Oh, I must still be asleep, because I'm having that nightmare again, where I decided to pursue a career, having stupid conversations about bullshit with morons, and that there are other people on the planet who are allowed to talk to me whenever they want just because I happen to be outside. I've been trying to wake up from it for years, but nothing seems to work. Not even that one time I threw myself off of a bridge, but it turns out that it was just a small dried up riverbed below. Couldn't even drown. Damn it.
Wake up!
Aw, thanks for trying, man. That's very sweet. But it's still the same old terrible everything. I'm starting to think that it's actual reality, and the nightmare is that I will never leave it. And damn it, he's not being helpful, is he? He thinks asleep is understanding what the reality of the world is, rather than getting all your facts from, well, people like him. And even if that was a positive turn of affairs somehow, shouting at people is only going to change the mind of complete and total morons. Oh shit, son, that makes way too much goddamn sense.
I'm a little confused.
Understatement of the century. Shit, it might be understatement of the all time and forever. You aren't just a little confused, because that would mean that one thing confuses you a bit, but you could work it out if you really think about it or ask someone about it and actually listen to them. But you find everything confusing, and even when people explain shit to you, you are just far too busy thinking that you know better than them to actually listen.
Okay. No, I am. I can't seem to pinpoint the rotation of Earth.
Pinpoint the rotation of the Earth? What the hell does that even mean? Are you saying find it, like at a location? Because it's, everywhere. Or is it the amount it rotates? Because, well, you can do the science at it, you could measure it, but I'm sure you already knew that, you just refused to actually, do it. Or are more likely completely incapable of pulling it off. That would require, knowing things and listening.
And exactly how we can feel it.
We can't. What's wrong with you? What on earth do you think that you can feel the rotation of an object that rotates half as slowly as a clock's hour hand every day? Like, seriously. If I had a clock in the top corner of this screen for the entire video length, you could barely tell the difference between now and the end of the video. You know what? Fuck it. I might actually do that.
And where we could actually see it.
See it? Are you fucking stupid? I mean, seriously, this motherfucker doesn't believe in space. So where the hell is he expecting to be able to see the rotation of a thing that he's fucking on? Well, okay, there is one way, but he's not going to like it. It's called the sun, that thing that appears to spin around us. But no, we are just spinning and facing away and then towards it over and over again. But again, space fake, so that's not going to count for him. It's weird how everything that he wants to believe is real, and anything that might refute that is automatically not real.
Okay, because NASA, that satellite, the fake satellite that they have out there that's pointing to Earth?
That fake satellite. Okay, I am willing to give him that maybe somewhere someone has put up a non-functional satellite that you could arguably call fake because it's not doing anything. You can have one because I'm so very nice. Now, how do you account for the other 5 goddamn thousand or so that are currently active up there? That's a shitload of fake satellites for no good reason. All of them actually, doing things as well, because that's what active means. Oh right, active is that thing where you get off your arse and do some actual goddamn work for once in your life. And while you seem to have a job driving people in this minivan thing, I won't believe anyone has employed your dumb ass until I see it for myself, frankly.
Which is the worst picture video I've ever seen yet.
The picture video? Do you mean that is where it is? Because I know some of you idiots think that the sky is fake. Or do you mean that the video taken of satellites? Because, there are satellites that you can see from Earth with the right equipment. You can see them, you can photograph them, you can even film them if you want. But again, you just have to do the thing. I know it's really asking too much of you not to be lazy and just hang around in your cars talking shit. I mean, every time you guys do try to actually do some legwork, you accidentally keep proving that the Earth isn't flat for some reason. I wonder why.
That's live. You can log on to it right now. It's showing it. Well, first off, it's 90% clouds. That's always nice.
Oh, so you mean the feed from the satellite. Right. What makes you think it's fake? I mean, the feed itself isn't going to be crystal clear and high res and is certainly going to be artifacty, since that's the nature of streaming video from the fucking ground via a bunch of wires. So doing it from something over huge distances over the air, that's going to have more issues. Frankly, it'd be weird if it didn't have any problems whatsoever.
It's showing it rotate in space. You could see it.
Okay, so that would be a satellite that isn't in a geostationary orbit. Cool, but again, what's the problem with that? Is it that you can't prove that this thing is fake? Or is it's fake because you don't like what it clearly demonstrates and thus must be fake? Because again, anything that goes against what you already believe must be made up nonsense. Only things that can confirm your ideas get to be true. It's just like how creationists think. Call good science anything that makes them correct, regardless of how good the real science is and how fucking awful theirs tends to be.
You know how you look. Let me explain.
That you do.
Oh my god, we found him, guy. He's that kid, but all grown up. Nah, that's not fair. I mean, that kid was way more fucking coherent than anything CC has ever said. I'm sorry, I apologize. Completely uncool of me for even to compare the two. I mean, one of them is a child talking complete nonsense, and the other is that kid.
Rotation for you, just so you know what you're looking for.
Oh, you are going to explain rotation for us, are you, Chips? Okay, cool. Here's hoping that you don't f*** it up and misunderstand what the rotation of a planet means, as opposed to the rotation of some dude sat in his car, or whatever non-comparable example to a planet that you are likely to use. Because that would be embarrassing to everyone but you. I swear flat earthers actually feed off of all the second-hand embarrassment that they generate. It's the only thing that makes sense as to why they keep going. Embarra vampires, I swear.
Okay, when you're actually looking at this fake CGI bullshit.
Gotta poison that well. Although it's weird that when a flat earther says something is fake CGI, guys, they never do the things that, actual experts might do to show something has been faked. They for some reason always point out things that appear in videos whether they are real or not. Like, encoding artifacts and the like. Because if it's quote unquote real, those are just as they are. Expected facets of the medium. But if it's fake TM, then suddenly they go from innocent visual errors to proof positive of the sinister they and their need to do things that make literally zero sense all of the time. Damn them.
It's when the clouds are actually moving around Earth. That's right. That's good job. I like that.
Oh my lordy lord, he actually managed to f*** that up way worse than I expected him to. The f***ing clouds do not show the rotation of the planet, you freaking idiot. No one has ever said that. No one thinks that, because that would make zero sense. While prevailing winds do trend east to west due to the Coriolis effect, it's certainly not all of them, and it's absolutely not the reason we know the Earth rotates. Also, the winds are the opposite direction of the Earth's spin, although God knows what you think that means. The clouds are within the atmosphere. You know, that thing that spins along with the Earth? Because everything within Earth's grasp is subject to its relative motion. The same thing that makes it so that you don't zoom to the back of a train if you jump inside one. And the reason that if you jump out of a moving vehicle, you need to try and roll, so you don't do the shred slide and all your skin comes off. Because you're still moving at pretty much the same speed as a car until you hit the ground and you have to slow down. I mean, the clouds don't even all move in the same fucking direction over the planet, for Christ's non-existent sake. And yet they all spin together with the motion of the planet. Again, relatively speaking.
That's rotation. That's right. Perfect.
Wrong! I specifically ordered you not to get carried away!
Not gonna lie, I considered making Hal's hair in that clip white, just so he would kinda look like CC, and that would make this bit way funnier.
No, I'm repulsive.
Okay. So the clouds are rotating around, and sometimes they show, the continents rotating too. Sometimes they don't. It depends on how, what kind of mood they're in.
So do you think that NASA controls the weather? I mean, that would have to be the case, because if the clouds on the feed didn't match the actual weather at the claimed time, then people would notice. I mean, your lot jump at every single tiny flaw in a video to call it fake, so a giant fucking mismatch between the feed and reality would be all over your guys' shit. So I can only assume that if they want to hide the continents behind clouds, it's because they put the clouds there perfectly, either to match up with the footage or to cover up the real but also fake footage. Okay, sure.
If it's like a Friday, they'll forget, because it's the weekend, they want to go to their Hamptons house,
There's so many things wrong with what you just said that it's hard to know where to start. I mean, the obvious implication here is that NASA is just about having all that money, and they don't actually spend it on space and science stuff. But there's multiple problems with that. First off, they are constantly doing science shit that costs a ton. But even if they were faking this shit, it costs money to fake things, right? I mean, a constant faked feed that you are claiming has some obvious flaws starting at the weekend, but I'm pretty sure you won't actually go into that, because why state something people can actually fucking check and prove you're wrong? That would be dumb. But also that even if someone is there stealing most of the money for themselves, they would still have, employees. You think the fucking head of Fake Space TM is doing all the faking? No, they're going to be far too busy eating babies with me. Wait, shit, I've said too much.
But if it's a Monday or Tuesday and they're paying attention, yeah, sometimes you'll get the continents actually moving too.
So, right, he seems to mean that the weekends are cloudy and only weekdays are not. Dude, do you know how fucking easy that would be to check? All we would have to do is find one fucking Saturday or Sunday to show that that's completely nonsense. In fact, you could do that. In fact, you should do that. Because as much as you think you are a skeptic, real skepticism starts with the things that you already believe. But flat earthers have no interest in proving themselves wrong. That's how it's always so easy to prove that they are. Because if they knew where they'd fucked up, they would stop fucking up so damn much.
But the clouds are moving faster than the continents, which means clouds have to be doing close to 1,400 miles per hour.
Oh my god, did you see that? It was pretty subtle, but if you were paying attention, there was an ever so slight visual error in CC's video there. Now, it could be there because his equipment screwed up, or he rendered it out wrong, or it could even be because I did have to convert it from a really stupid format that doesn't work with my editing software. But I think we can all agree that Chris is clearly a lizard person made out of garbled nonsense. Also, he said something about the clouds moving at whatever speed. Okay, so fucking what? Again, relative motion. We are all moving fast on the surface of the planet, but you don't realize because it's, again, relative. Someday, you might even learn what the hell I'm even talking about.
Up there, because we're supposedly spinning at 1,000 miles per hour, right? Is that how it works?
Yes, long chin Chris, that's exactly how that works.
Is that the fake bullshit that they have? But then, my problem is...
that you are a giant fucking idiot. Oh, sorry, spoilers. It's that the clouds are too fast and your brain is too slow to figure out how that can be. And you also never fucking listen. In fact, in all seriousness, that is literally your entire problem. You are incapable of listening to and absorbing information unless it goes against what the established facts are. Because if it's against that, then it goes in like a smelly ooze of dumbassery.
I look at the weather station, and they're not showing anything revolving.
Why the fuck would they? If you want the weather over a specific region, having a non-synchronous satellite is going to get really fucking annoying after a while. So instead, they use ones that don't do that and watch the weather they are actually fucking interested in. Almost like that's the thing that you can do. And, you know, do. Lol lol lol. Sir Six said do. I mean, it is pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie.
At all. They're not showing the landmass underneath the clouds moving. See, I'm confused. I don't know what to think. Should I believe NASA? Or should I believe the weatherman?
And if you actually gave a shit as to why that is, you would know that you believe them both. Because both of those things make perfect sense if you actually bother to learn anything. But instead, you play the confused guy, just trying to get answers, without ever bothering to actually try and find them. So when you don't get the answers that you are ignoring, suddenly it proves you right. Because of course it does. Anyway, before we finish, let's get back to the clock from earlier and see if you can actually tell how much the hour hand has rotated in however many minutes it's been. Can you see it? How it's moved? Yeah, of course you can. You are very smart. But wait, what are these? Batteries? Oh no, that means that the clock wasn't working. Cause haha, wrong. I span the clock, you fucking idiots. Checkmate, globeheads. Or flirfs, or whoever the hell I'm even talking to anymore.
Wait, before you go, I have something super important to tell you. It's life or death. It will change everything forever. Nope, wait, it's gone. Oh well, probably wasn't important. But while I have you, don't forget to comment, subscribe and notify. And if you want more of my smexy voice, check out Mrs. Six's channel Spoonstaff Stories, where I narrate and voice all the videos, and she does the work. And if you want to support the channel, check out the merch store for cool t-shirts, or check out Patreon, memberships and PayPal to support directly. Finally, follow me on the medias of social to get completely pointless guff and to keep up on the latest releases. Oh, I just remembered what I was going to tell you. Whatever you do, don't touch the